What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here, and today I wanted to do a little video about how to make money with your music. Now I know a lot of you who follow my channel are musicians yourselves, are in bands, are doing solo projects, are doing whatever, maybe your own YouTube channel, and there are a lot of different ways to make money off of music online. And I want to kind of talk to you guys about the way that I do it. So first and foremost, before we get into the video, I do want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by DistroKid. In addition to sponsoring this video, DistroKid also plays a very large role in the topic that I'm talking about, that being making money off your music. So as some of you might know, YouTube is not the way it used to be. You can no longer monetize your videos on YouTube unless you have 1,000 subscribers and I think it's 10,000 monthly views or something like that to meet the YouTube partnership program requirements. So with that being said, I mean, I know 10,000 views a month isn't much ad revenue, but it is something. So I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight as to how I make money and some different ways that you can make money off your music outside of YouTube. So first and foremost, unlike YouTube and Bandcamp and sites like that, you cannot upload your music directly to iTunes and Spotify and Google Play yourself. You need something called a distribution service. So as you might know, there's quite a few different options for distribution services. There's things such as CD Baby, TuneCore, SoundDrop, and of course DistroKid. I have personally used all 4 of these different options for various projects over the last 6 years, and out of the 6, I can definitely say that DistroKid is the easiest and the cheapest option. It's what I've been personally using for the past 3 or 4 months, and ever since I discovered it, I pretty much completely made the switch to putting all my digital music through their service, and I left all the other ones behind. So in addition to DistroKid also being an amazing service, they have also hooked me up with a VIP link, which I'm passing along to you guys. So if you're interested in starting your own DistroKid account, you can click the link in the description below to get 7% off your first year's annual fee. So different distribution services offer different ways to get your music on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff. There are some services where they charge you on like a per song or per album basis. There are some that don't charge you anything, but they take like 50% of your revenue. So there's a few different ones out there. What DistroKid does is they charge you a one-time per year fee of $20, so an annual fee of $20, and with that annual fee they don't take any additional percentage of a cut from your sales, and as long as you're paying that fee and you have an active account, you can upload as many songs as you want. In addition to that, they also have quite a simple way to handle the mechanical licensing fee for covers. As you guys all know, I do a lot of covers on my channel, and in order to make money off those covers, I have to pay the respective original publishers or the original artists who wrote the song. And to do that, you need something called a license, and DistroKid handles that for you. For those, they are not included in your $20 per year fee. They are, I think, an additional $10 per song, but again, that's just the way it is with any distribution service, because you need to pay the original artist, because if it wasn't for the original artist, the original song that you're covering would not exist, so it's only fair that they get paid as well. So like I said, DistroKid makes this all nice and simple. Their website's very easy to follow, pretty much impossible to screw up, and the third and final thing that I absolutely love about DistroKid that like fully won me over to using their service exclusively is how incredibly fast the upload times are. I think when I used to do covers especially, they took maybe like a week, possibly even 2 weeks to get the licensing fee cleared and get all that done. Sometimes, yeah, it took a week or two. With DistroKid, I think every single time I've uploaded a cover, it's been up within a day or 2 business days. Sometimes on weekends it's a little slower, obviously, but that was like unheard of to me before. And the thing with covers, for my channel at least, is I kind of do them very quickly, and I'm a very impatient person. So if I finish the song, I'm not the best at waiting a long period of time to actually release the song or release the video or whatever it is. I just like to release it right then and there. And I kind of shoot myself in the own foot by doing that, because sometimes, like I said, I put up the video, it gets the majority of its views in the first like 2 days, but I have nothing to sell with it. I can't sell the song because it's not on iTunes and Spotify and whatever else, because I'm still waiting on the distributor to upload it. But with DistroKid, it's pretty fast, and I've been very happy. So that kind of covers the distribution side of things. I hope that makes sense to you guys. That's just the best way to get your music onto Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, iTunes, anything else you can think of. Get your music on there. That is your first step to making money with music. You absolutely need your music to be anywhere and everywhere it possibly can be. Even if it's a website where there might not be that many active users, even if like 5 people buy your music from that website, it's completely worth putting it up there in my opinion. So in addition to distributing your music to the digital distribution sites that I mentioned earlier, there's a couple other things that musicians can do to make money. These are probably pretty obvious, but the first thing I'm going to talk about is setting up an online merch store. So setting up an online merch store is a pretty obvious next step. However, a lot of people kind of don't seem to attempt to do it, including myself. I didn't try to do it for a very long time because it seems very intimidating, because normally when you buy merch, print merch and ship merch, it costs you a lot of money, and that's obviously not very appealing since it's such a huge upfront cost, and it's a very risky thing to do because you don't necessarily know how much merch you're going to sell. You know, everyone in the world is going to say like, fuck yeah, I want to buy your merch, but how many of those people actually go buy your merch? So it's a little risky. So recently I discovered a website called Designed by Humans, and they basically take a lot of the work and the financial strain of having a merch store off of you in exchange for obviously taking a percentage of your earnings. So what Designed by Humans does is they provide you a website, a platform where you can kind of make your own merch store that's hosted within their website. They take care of all the logistics of making the merch, shipping the merch, distributing the merch. All that stuff is taken care of by them. All you have to do is set up your store, upload your designs, pick what you want your designs to be on, whether that's t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, phone cases, whatever they offer, you can put it on all that for free, and you can host your own website for free. There's no cost, and whenever somebody buys a piece of your merch, you get a percentage of the sale. It's quite simple. Again, in my opinion, this is super worth it because I don't have time to deal with shipping and printing and manufacturing merch. I still work full time and I only do music when I can. So when I'm off work, all I want to do is focus on making videos and making music. I don't want to be sitting here packaging merch and shipping it out. So I'm very okay with giving up a percentage of my earnings to let someone else handle it. And the third thing I want to talk about, which is the final point of this video, isn't so much a money-making tip, but it's more of a money-saving tip. And that tip is don't buy new musical gear unless you absolutely need it. Especially when you're starting out, the costs of starting your musical career are very expensive. Music gear is not cheap. So my recommendation to everyone is try your hardest to buy something used unless you absolutely need it brand new, or if you can't find it used. I have a lot of gear, some of which you can see in this shot, and I can guarantee you at least 50 to 70% of the gear that I currently have and currently use was either secondhand purchases, or I was fortunate enough to get some kind of discount or deal through an endorsement deal, whether it was doing something like a sponsored video or, you know, a demo or something like that. So I've been very fortunate in that regard as well. The last thing is try to get endorsements. You know, there's no harm in trying. You're probably not gonna get them if you're a brand new artist who hasn't really done much. That's just the reality of the situation. Because you gotta think of it this way. What an endorsement basically is you and a company working together to co-promote each other. So if a company is already super well established, they don't necessarily need to give a discount or a free piece of gear to someone who has no name for themselves yet, basically. It just makes sense. Why would they give away something if they're not really getting something in return? So maybe when you're first starting out, don't try too hard to get endorsement deals, at least not from bigger companies. I'm sure if you seek out some smaller companies that are just starting up, they might be more willing to work with you. But that's kind of my last suggestion, is try your hand at getting endorsements or getting deals or sponsorships or whatever you need to do, because it can really help reduce the cost of gear that you might already want to buy anyways. So that's pretty much all for this video. I really hope that some of these tips were helpful. I know some of it you guys have probably already know, especially if you're musicians. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything that I didn't cover here that you'd like to see in perhaps a second video. And once again, be sure to check out the link in the description below to get 7% off your annual fee from DistroKid. I highly recommend DistroKid, as I said earlier. Again, they are sponsoring this video, but that link will help you a lot. Any money you can save as a musician is always a good thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.